Hi, I'm Kalma and I'm gonna present you today a video tutorial for very beginners. For this first tutorial I'm gonna really show you the very basic just to start playing with it. If you go to the website, I'm gonna use the demo version because in VDMX, of course, you can buy the license, but also you can download the demo for free. And the only difference is that you can't save your patches, your configuration. So every time that you open the software, you'll have to build everything again. That, yes, it takes more work and time, but it's a very nice way to remember the process and the steps and how to build it. So I think it's a very good idea to play around with it. Basically, what I want to show you today now is like a very kind of the minimum expression of a software, let's say like that, a video software. So an interface is composed by sources that could be videos in this example that goes to layers. In this sample we have two layers, so one video layer 1, one video layer 2. On each layer we are going to apply an effect layer 1, effect layer 2. Of course it can be like more than one effects. Actually it can be lots of effects if you want, and if your machine is powerful enough. And then these two signals, we are going to mix them together, and then we are going to send them to the output that goes directly into your beamer. So the first thing that you see when you open VDMX is these two screens, empty screens, that are the workspace inspector and the media bin. So the media bin is where you place your videos. Quite logic, yeah? And the workspace inspector is like the brain of the system, let's say like that. For today, we are gonna focus in these two lashes, the layers and the plugins. So by default, when you open VDMX, you're gonna see one layer. Each layer is gonna have like three parts, yeah, to say that. One is the layer source, one is the layer effects, and one the composition. To explain you the difference of this, I'm gonna import a loop here just to show you with a practical example. So in order to import media here, you can use, I think it's Command 3. When you click Command 3, you see this kind of browser, and you can here navigate and search for your loops. I have here video loops, but if you don't like this, you can also make it even easier. Go, in this case I have my video loops here in my desktop, double click, and then I have here 4 loops, and drag and drop, easy. We have now 4 loops in the media bin. So I'm gonna play just this random. This is our master. We're gonna explain later, where we see the final result of our compositions. And then you see when I put this video in the layer 1, this appears here. This layer source is related with the timeline of the video. So this is timeline, and rate, that in VDMX means speed of the video loop in this case, yeah. So the rate now is the original rate of the film of the video, but if we put it 0, it's going to stop. If we go backwards, yeah, and of course we can do it like very fast. The second is the effects. Means that in each layer we are gonna be able to apply different effects. If you click here, this, you can see here a menu. Maybe yours is different because I have like many effects installed, but probably it's gonna be quite similar. for example, adjust. For example, when you click that, you see you are applying one effect to the layer 1, yeah, and you see the result here. This can change, in this case, can change the color, yeah. Okay, we're gonna explain a bit better this later, but remember, layer effect. And the third one, the third window is layer composition. This is used to set up how the layer is related with the other layers in terms of, for example, the layer opacity, so easy. And then the X position, so if you move the X position, your video is gonna move in the X axis or Y axis, yeah? Okay, and this is to make a deformation in the video, so stretch it in the X axis and the Y axis, yeah? In our super simple patch, we're gonna have sources, 2 layers, effects, mixer, output. Okay, now we are going to create another layer, and we're going to create also another media bin, because in this example we're going to have 2 media bins, one for layer 1, one for layer 2. Of course, there's many options of configuration, but for as a starting point, I think it's quite logical and easy to do that. So in the work inspector, we have many options here, different menus. For today, just we're gonna stay in these 2, layers and plugins. In layers, we create layers. Hello, logic. And in plugins, we're gonna create the different elements to build our interfaces. We're gonna see it now. So first that we're gonna do is create another layer. If you click here in the plus button, voila, layer 2. If you click again, layer 3, and you can create as many layers as you want. If you click in layer 3 and click minus, boom, disappears, so it's deleted. Now we're gonna have just 2 layers, yeah? So in layer 1, we have this loop, and in layer 2, we're gonna import another one, but before that, we're gonna create another media bin. To do that, plugins, if you click plus, here you see media bin, yeah? If you click media bin, another media bin is being created. You have here the list, media bin 1, media bin 2, and another media bin has appeared with the same loop. So it's not that you are going to have different media in the media bin. It's just that you are going to have one for layer 1, you see here, one for layer 1, and here we are going to change to layer 2. So every time that I click here, this loop is going to go to layer 2. And in this media bin, that is the one here, layer 1, every time that I click here a clip, is going to go to layer 1. So we're going to organize now our interface. There's not many things, but it's good to have it like in order. So I'm going to do this a bit smaller maybe. And then I'm going to have a look, my work inspector, very important, I'm going to have a look to the layers 1 and 2. A good idea is to split or to unlock the different windows from the work inspector. It's important just to place the windows where you want. If you want to unlock it, you have here, yeah, these little squares. Yeah, every window has these squares, and if you, I'm gonna go layer 1 again. If you click it here, bam, you see, now you can move it where you want. I'm gonna do the same with this, 2, and then this, 3. So we have now 3 screens related with layer 1. If we want to have like a kind of order for, especially for the beginning, it's nice to put them all together, to group them. So what you can do is like click, drag and drop, and you see here the red thing, so just release the mouse, and now in one screen you have this kind of configuration that is quite nice. So I'm gonna do the same with the third, and I'm gonna leave it here, maybe, no? Yeah, here. And I'm gonna do the same with the layer 2. Layer 2 dot 1, 2, 3, and then it's here, and I'm gonna put it here. So basically the idea is to have layer 1 here and layer 2 here. The next thing that I'm gonna do is create a preview window, because this window is the master, but sometimes you need to know what video is in which layer. That's why we use like this preview monitor. You create the preview monitor here again in plugins. So remember that every time that you want to create or implement something on the interface, like a tool, I like to think about tools. If you want like a tool for your interface, you go to plugins, and again plus, and you look for the preview window, here. And I'm gonna create one, and I'm gonna create another one, because I wanna have two previews. One that is gonna preview the layer 1, and one that is gonna preview the layer 2. I do that here. If you click here in this little lash, you're gonna see different options, and it's like asking you what you want to see, no? Layer 1, layer 2, layer 1 without effects, layer 2 without effects, or the main output. Now for our sample we are gonna see layer 1 and then layer 2, bam. So now I think it's like kind more logic, one layer plus another layer, that they are melting together through blending mode, is giving this final combo. About blending modes, the blending modes are how the layers are related with the others in terms of opacity, let's say, no? There's many blending modes. It's the same idea that in Photoshop we have, no? So we have two layers that are combined with a blending mode. The blending mode is here in the compo window, and it's here. Now we are applying an addition, but if I apply an over, then we are gonna see just our layer 1 in the master. Once that I go with the opacity down, we're gonna start to see the second layer. Now we have two media bins, goes two layers that have preview windows, that have effects on them, and then we need like a mixer to mix this layer with the other layer and go to the output. So to create that, we are gonna use again the plugins. This is the workspace inspector, remember? Go to plugins, plus, and two channel mixer, yeah? We click two channel mixer, we see this is two channel mixer. We resize it, we move this, and then I'm gonna place it here, for example, yeah, okay. In this two channel mixer, very logic. This is like the crossfade of a DJ mixer, no? One that is left is one channel, one that is right is the other channel. Now it's not working. Why? Because we have to tell the mixer what we want to mix. And we do it here. If we click in the little triangle, you're gonna say that this part of the fader is layer 1, and this part of the fader is layer 2. So now we have, if you see our master here, we see that we can really mix all. I can be here, and of course if I change here the loop, I'm gonna change the loop of layer 1. Bam! Oh, I did it sorry, I put this in the wrong position. I'm gonna do it right. So media bin layer 1 up and media bin layer 2 down. It's gonna be easier to follow. So layer 1, I have this media, and then layer 2, I'm gonna put this media. Layer 1, layer 2, and are mixed in this way. Yeah. I can go from one to the other one. So this is a very, very, very basic interface that you can already import your loops, select an effect. For example, I'm gonna select another effect just to show you echo trace. For example, echo trace. You see? This is my preview. Cool effect, yeah? Ooh. Invert. So, and every effects here, you can minimize them, and you have on and off. So now in layer 1 we have this effect, but also we have the U adjust. So I'm gonna change the color even. Nice. And then we can mix them with the other layer that is here, and of course in the second layer we can also apply effects. For example, let's do it like some geometry thing. Okay, for example, so this is an effect that it's related with the geometry. Yeah. Okay, so now we have one effect here, one effect here, one effect here, and the mix, we can do the mix through add. I think it's gonna look a bit better. Yeah. So basically you have the main things in order to start working with VDMX. Thanks for watching. Please, if you have any questions, just look for me on the web. I'm Kalma, and I'll help you with these first steps. Also, I'm doing a workshop where I'll explain VDMX quite in deep. It's gonna be from 24th to 27th of October in Berlin. So if you are around, or if you want to come to Berlin, this is a very good opportunity. So thanks, have fun, and yeah, enjoy.